All right, guys, welcome to Altar Anywhere, where we're going to talk about the importance of worship, what it's about, how they do it, why they do it. Basically, taking the praise outside the pews. I got Lakin Arnold with us today. Lakin's a member of the Jesus House worship team. Lakin also stewards a group along with her husband, Bryant, called the Discipleship Team at Jesus House Church. They teach a Become class on Sundays, basically teaching new believers how to be Christians. Lakin, thanks for being with us. Thanks for sitting down to talk with us. Basically, what we want to know is that we know each other on a personal level, and we know that joining the worship team was something that took a lot of courage and a lot of thinking, and I think it's perfect to sit down and talk about why you do it and why you decided to do it. So going into it, first question wants to be, when did you start playing piano?
I don't know how old I was. I just know I was really little, like elementary age, maybe fourth grade.
So more on that, like, was this a passion? Like, was this like when you started, like you couldn't get enough of it? You wanted to continue to do it, and it was just something you did, or?
Yes, I was interested in learning, and my parents bought me a keyboard, and my cousin taught me. She did my lessons, and when they saw that I was really enjoying it, they and my great-grandmother all went in together and bought me that piano over there.
Oh, wow.
So I took lessons for, I think, like 3 years, and really loved it. So.
Man, well, that's awesome. One of the things I wanted to talk to you as well is what's the heart posture behind it for you? Like, I know that piano is something you've done since you were little, you just talked about, but when did the heart posture start to shift for this to be, this is something that I do to worship the Lord?
Not while I was doing lessons. While I was doing lessons, it was for talent shows and recitals and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
For skill. Wanted to be skillful. Wanted to be talented. Wanted to be good at something. And after my lessons were done, I just started playing by ear, which I had always done better with anyways. I did way better by ear than following along with notes. I felt like I was way too slow with the notes, couldn't keep up. So I wasn't taking lessons anymore, and I just would play any song that I liked. I would look it up, and I would look up someone else playing it and watch them play it and try to just like copy them and get the melody by ear. So that kind of turned into a like therapy session as I got a little bit older, like teenage years, and even like early adult years. I played a lot of sad songs, like not like the boyfriend breakup like type of songs, right? Like depressing, dark songs. But it helped me with like the season that I was going through. It was how I coped. It was, like I said, it was like a therapy session, like a free therapy for me.
So it was peace for you.
Yeah, it helped me a lot. But I didn't really turn to it for worship until I came back to God. So about 5-6 years ago.
Well, that's perfect into my next question. Is like, where did God meet you? Like, I want to know like where God met you, like in your moment of, I've tried everything else, Lord. I've done everything that I can do. I'm just going to give my life to you, and I want to be saved. Like, when was that moment, that shift that you're talking about, that when you came back to the Lord, that's when that became worship? So, like, what's your story on that?
Well, where God met me and first saved me I think or one of the bigger things, I guess, that he saved me from. I'm sure there's a lot he saved me from that I don't even know about, but was before I even realized it was him. So I had a really bad moment. I was no longer looking to piano for therapy. Turns out playing a bunch of really depressing and dark songs does not actually heal you. So I started going to therapy and seeing a psychiatrist, and was put on all kinds of medications and things. And nothing seemed to change. I still felt really empty. I felt really just really empty, really sad, and I felt dark.
Yeah.
And one night I was just really struggling with that, and with a lot of dark thoughts and things. And I had just recently had my medication refilled. So I decided that I was going to take them all. I did, and I don't really know how to describe the feeling other than the symptoms and things that I was experiencing. I started to panic. I was like, what have I done? And I was panicking, and I was like, I don't know what I've done. Like, I don't like how I feel. Like, something's really happening. Like, and all of a sudden the panic stopped, and I felt even darker and more empty than before. And I heard something say, stop crying. It's supposed to be this way. And I did. I stopped crying. And I thought, okay. And I cried a little bit more, just like, not panicking, but just like in acceptance of like, you've done it, you're too far, like, this is it. But I woke up the next morning. I was so confused and a little upset. I was still experiencing all kinds of symptoms and things that were worrying me and concerning me, but I just went on about my day. I went to work, I did all of the things. And I didn't realize it that morning that I woke up, that God was giving me another chance. I didn't look at it that way, right, at first.
Right.
It wasn't until I came back to Him years later, when we were pregnant with my first son. And a whole lot happened there too. But that's what brought me back to the Lord, was my son, wanting to get my life on track, to be better, to be happier, to just realizing that nothing would satisfy, and almost like I made God my last resort, my last option. It's like, okay, this is all I have left. Like, I need you, because nothing else is working.
Right.
So, not the best heart posture to start out.
Correct. Yeah.
But He has transformed that for sure.
Yeah, 100%. That's something I think people need to know and need to hear about too, is that these people that we see on stage every week aren't perfect people. They're not people that the church does insanely vet the people that are going to be up on the stage and administering worship, but it's because it's stewarding the service. These people have all been broken, and I think that's the whole goal of this podcast and to sing these covers and stuff is for people to realize that like there's so much more to worship than what people realize. And not every musician, not every singer, not every producer, not anybody woke up at 5 years old and said, I want to be a worship leader when I grow up. And that's not what I want this to be. And I thank you for sharing that with us, that, you know, sometimes there's darkness before there is light. And I feel like one of the things that is so powerful about you and Bryant is that you're not afraid to share that darkness with other people because it brings other people out of it. And so I appreciate, you know, you telling us that story. You mentioned Breck. Was there a moment there that the Lord met you guys that really like, okay, like this is the Lord and this is who I want to follow?
Yeah. Well, when I first found out that I was pregnant with him, I almost lost him. I found out I was pregnant, and that night and throughout like the next day, I was just having a lot of issues. I was bleeding a lot. I went to the ER, and they said they called it a threatened miscarriage. I have a negative blood type, so he has positive blood type. So my body attacks any positive blood type baby. With every pregnancy, you know, I have to have this. It's called ROGAM. But my body was essentially attacking him as a foreign substance because of that Rh negative. And so going there and seeing, I was already, the positive alone, knowing I was pregnant, okay, y'all, I was not married. Brian and I had just broke up. For silly reasons. We were both in self-destruct mode, okay, because of just how we were living and the paths we were taking and things. So, but I remember I cried to my mom and I said, it just doesn't feel right. Like, I don't feel like we were supposed to break up. And right before him, I was like done with all that. I was not interested in dating. Like, I was just over it. Until Bryant. And so we broke up and I told my mom, like, I was crying. I was like, it just doesn't feel right. Come to find out, I'm pregnant and I'm just in shock. I mean, but then to go to the ER and get all that news and see a baby on the ultrasound, like hearing his heartbeat, knowing like now, like I have this baby, but now I might lose it. Like, there was just so many, like, big things happening at once. And he obviously ended up being okay. They gave me some ROGAM. We left. I rested. I hydrated. I was trying really good to, like, take care of myself. Trying really hard to take good care of myself. Later on, they were keeping an eye on me, so we were seeing specialists and things, and they found a cyst on him that was like the size of a nickel. They found it on what they thought was his intestines. So we continued seeing specialists for that. They put us in a special hospital surrounded by special teams in case he was born and this cyst like did something crazy.
Right.
But when he was born, he was having trouble breathing. He was like blue and purple, sounded very raspy. His lungs definitely had a lot of like fluid you could hear. And so they took him and he was diagnosed with a heart condition that required like immediate surgery. So they life-flighted him to Pittsburgh. I was in Morgantown, West Virginia. And once they got him more stable and stuff, they decided they could wait a couple days to do the surgery to try to give him a little bit of time to, adapt. And so I ended up getting there like the day before the surgery, and Bryant had come down. We stayed in the Ronald McDonald house and God bless the Ronald McDonald houses. Seriously, that saved us so much because we were so far from home. But we're in the Ronald McDonald house, and Brian's doing laundry, and he had come back down. It was like up on the top floor, and he was out on this balcony waiting on stuff to finish in the dryer. And he came back down from that, and he said, I don't remember word for word what he said, but something along the lines of like, everything's going to be okay. And I was like, oh, like Breck's going to live. He's going to be, and he's like, well, that's not what I said. But God met me on that roof, and he told me that no matter what, everything's going to be okay.
Wow.
So my husband's faith, you know, the Bible says, your friend's faith has made you well.
Yeah.
There are multiple, you know, places in the Bible of others' faith making someone else well. And that was that moment for me.
Oh, wow.
Bryant's faith healed me and carried me through something that I never thought that I would get through and just couldn't wrap my head around, and it just felt so big at the time. And Breck had surgery, and he came out fine. There were bumps in the road. There were bumps along his whole first year of life, really. He's had 3 major surgeries, but every single time God has been faithful to heal him and to heal parts of us through it that we didn't even realize needed healed, and to strengthen us, to bring us closer together as a couple and like just our whole family.
Right.
It's given me so much more appreciation for life and for little things or things that we take for granted.
100%.
Like every day, thank you, God, for beating hearts and breath in our lungs.
Yeah.
Because
a warm
we
house,
take that
lights,
for granted.
lights in our house. Like, and that leads into my next thing. I appreciate you sharing that. That's a crazy testimony, and it speaks volumes to what you guys do as a couple and what you do as well. I mean, you serve in kids as well, so your love there hasn't stopped for kids, and you serve on the worship team now, and so you're in all aspects of the church, and the church is a better church with you in it. And that leads to my next question to your worship team. I know that this is something, I've known you for a couple of years now, and this is something you've always battled. So I just kind of want to know what finally was like, hey, all right, I'm going to listen. I'm not going to let my flesh go to battle with me anymore. I'm going to do this.
Well, we were attending somewhere else before Jesus' house when we first moved here, and I felt a pull to it. I felt like God has helped you grow in this area, and given, you know, a gift to some extent, right? So use it for him. You have these moments at home with him, just you and him. Now go spread that, go share that. I didn't want to share that. Back to when I did lessons, recitals, and all of the things. I did not want any more judgment or criticism or all. That's what those things are for, right? They judge you on how well you play. If you're practicing for said things, if it's not perfect, you start over. You stop and you start over, and just perfection is the goal. And so, like, constantly striving to reach that perfection, I wanted nothing to do with that. And I didn't have that when it was just me and him in the house,
right,
sitting at those keys. But then he said, does it have to be perfect? And I knew that answer, right, for him. No, just knowing our heart. He doesn't expect us to strive for perfection. He wants our efforts, but
Yeah.
he doesn't expect perfection. That's why he sent Jesus. So he just kind of reminded me of all those things. And I was going to start playing there, but life took some turns, and so then we ended up at Jesus' house, and I kind of went back into that shell like, oh, it wasn't meant to be. It didn't work out before things happened, so like it wasn't meant to be. It wasn't meant for me. And one day there was a really good friend from Jesus' house over, and they saw my piano, and she was like, who plays? And Bryant said me, and she's like, okay, and you're not going to show us that? You know, like, was just giving me a hard time about keeping that a secret, I guess. But in my mind, I was like, I'm not talented or gifted in the ways that the rest of you are. Like, just stuck in comparison. Like, I can't do what you all can do. So I didn't even give it another thought. But after that conversation, I started praying about it, and I was like, okay, God, you know how I feel about this. So soften my heart. Have your way. Do what you want with this. And more conversations later, I was like, okay. I said, I will try, but I just expressed my heart, like the struggles and everything, just was very vulnerable. And the way that all of that was handled, like, immediately gave me peace, that I was doing the right thing. And I kind of stalled, still, just being honest. But over time, I finally got to the point of actually attending worship nights and practicing with the team and all of that. So God used other people to like encourage me and to kind of like poke at me and be like, hey, you said that you would give me your yes.
Right.
So just because it didn't work out once, it just wasn't the right time. Like, I gave him that yes.
Right.
So I was like, all right, Lord, here it is. Do what you want with it.
Right.
Hopefully make it good.
Yeah, and
Well.
you know, we just did a few songs of worship over at the piano, and you are talented at the piano, and that's something that I can see has a love for the Lord in it. And I think that's why it's hard for some people who come from a competitive background of doing music like you did to do it in a worship setting, because the sole purpose of the competitiveness of it was to be judged. And now there is no judgment. It's come as you are. And it's awesome to hear that you made the transition. And it leads into my next question of, you know, what does worship music mean to you? What does that do for your faith?
Elevates it tremendously. When you get even just a glimpse of the Lord in anything, not just in worship, in prayer, when you're in the Word, when you're just sitting in the quiet, listening for His voice and spending time with Him, and in worship, just a glimpse, a small portion of Him, of His presence, feels huge.
Yeah.
And it connects you to Him in such a beautiful way. And there are a lot of things that I find, like that connection to Him, that closeness to Him. I feel closer to Him.
Yeah.
In worship.
100%.
And you know, it's like I said, reading your word, or in prayer, or like by the ocean in the morning when no one else is around, and you just hear the ocean and the birds, or the mountains. We just got back from the mountains, and when I tell you the peace and the rest of just sitting out on that balcony and just seeing the mountains and the trees, his creation, just that nearness to him is beautiful. It strengthens you, it encourages you, it just fills you with joy. It fills you up.
100%. And that's the goal that we have here with Altar Anywheres too. I mean, it's in the name. Like, you don't need a stage, you don't need lights, you don't need microphones. You don't even really need instruments. You need your mouth.
Your voice is
and
your
that's
instrument.
it.
Yeah.
Because in the Bible it says that you worship through everything.
Yeah.
Not just when it's a Sunday or Wednesday night and we're sitting in a pew.
It's a lifestyle.
And I think that it's something that's misconstrued with church. Is a lot of people I've heard going to different churches, well, the worship's too long, so it needs to be this, 2 songs, and then he needs to start preaching. And it's like, I wish people could get a glimpse at what we really see and what we really feel, because you guys do it for the people that are outside, off the stage, to experience the Lord. You guys have experienced the Lord in such a way that it pushes you to get on that stage and do what you guys do. And so for you guys to put together a set list, and every song is prayed about, and especially at Jesus House, we both attend Jesus House, and every song is prayed about. And so for those songs to make it on a stage, and for people to be able to feel the presence, like, I feel like if they could just get a glimpse of what you guys have felt in the past to do this, and what we feel as a congregation like we're going to try to replicate here at this podcast. Like, I really feel like it can change lives, even not even in Owensboro, but whoever sees this video. Like, you're enough, you're more than enough, you're seen, and God will meet you wherever you're at. If you're on a balcony at the Ronald McDonald House, if you're in your room after a tough few months, like you talked about, God will meet you there. And it doesn't have to be musically, it doesn't have to be anything, because we can worship so many ways, through tithing, through giving, through reading our Bible. Like you said, sitting on your balcony looking at the mountains, you're worshiping his creation. You didn't need music, you didn't need anything but your thought that, oh my gosh, like, he made all this.
Yeah.
And now I get to look at it. And so there's so much that goes into worship, and it's great to hear other people's outlook on it, because you've taught me a lot just sitting here for the last 30 minutes talking about it. Like, man, like, people think that they have a rough life or a rough upbringing, and it's hard to be positive, and then you meet someone like you and Bryant, where you're both very positive a lot of the time and optimistic, and you don't even try to be. It's just the
God.
fire of the Lord all over you.
I didn't used to be very positive. I was very negative, but it's God. Like I said, just the transformation.
100%.
It's good.
Well, Lakin, I thank you for sitting down with us. It's nice to hear your testimony, and we're gonna sing some songs, and then we'll get out of here.
All right.
And I'm in love. I cannot remember what I was doing before I met you. I've been captivated by a love that saved me. And I'm in love. I can save me, you save me, and I won't ever leave your love. You save me, you save me, and I won't ever leave your love. You save me, you save me, now I won't ever leave your love. Yeah, I cannot remember what I was doing before I met you. I've been captivated by love to save me. I cannot remember what I was doing before I met you. I've been captivated by love to save me. I cannot remember what I was doing before I met you. I've been captivated by love to save me. You save me, you save me, and I will never leave your love. You save me, you save me, I will never leave your love. No. Coming back to just me and you, just a heart song singing love to me. I remember the simplicity, just to feel you here was everything. Stunned by your beauty, this is my offering, not for anything that I could gain, just to honor you and bring you praise, like a fragrance broken on the floor. May my worship be pure. There's no motive, there's no hidden catch. Here's my all and I don't want it back. Like a fragrance broken on the floor. May my worship be pure. Find me like a child again, full of wonder, full of innocence. Before anything got in the way, any dream or any accolade, you make it easy to bring me, not for anything that I could gain, just to honor you and bring you praise, like a fragrance broken on the floor. May my worship be pure. There's no motive, there's no hidden catch. Here's my all and I don't want it back. all about you, all about you, and it's all about you. Not for anything that I could gain, just to honor you and bring you praise. Like a fragrance broken on the floor, may my worship be pure. There's no motive, there's no hidden catch. Here's my all and I don't want it back. Like a fragrance broken on the floor, may my worship